Hey guys, Jack Maguire here from BikeReview.com.au. Recently, I spent a couple of weeks on board the 2020 Vulcan S SE, Kawasaki's middleweight cruiser offering for learner riders. Personally, cruiser bikes don't really tickle my fancy. I'm more drawn to the styling and performance of crotch rockets and nakeds, and to be brutally honest, all I thought of cruisers was that they are big, heavy and slow. And, for the most part, I still hold that opinion. But I can now see why people enjoy them so much. Spending a couple of weeks on board the Vulcan taught me that I could definitely enjoy a cruiser, even if I don't naturally swing that way. Even though I'm not a big fan of the typical long wheelbase with massive wheels, big bars, low seat, no ground clearance and tank decals that define the cruiser look, I cozied up to the design of the Vulcan S SE and dare I say enjoyed it. The sleek and aggressive design of the headlamp in particular is striking. I feel it sets the tone of this bike and is something that sets it apart from its competitors. The overall presence of the bike feels pretty dark and menacing and never failed to turn heads. Kawasaki aimed to make this bike as inclusive as possible, with a range of options for adjustability to suit riders of all shapes and sizes. This includes adjustable levers, adjustable foot peg position, and preload adjustability on the rear suspension, but they also offer accessories such as an accessory handlebar and accessory seats to cater for different riders. The frame is a high tensile steel perimeter type and houses the Vulcan's 649cc parallel twin, which produces 35 kilowatts of power at 6,600 RPM and 53 Nm of torque at 5,600 RPM. Even though the bike has a wet weight of 226 kilograms, short gearing helped to make it quick off the line with relatively powerful acceleration. But what surprised me the most about the Vulcan was that despite its weight, it was surprisingly nimble on smooth, twisty sections of road, and the weight was barely noticeable in this regard. There is plenty enough ground clearance to get me through most corners quickly, with grippy Dunlop Sportmax D220 ST tyres keeping me glued to the terra firma, and decent braking capability with a good amount of power and bite. However, upon encountering a bumpy road, which, let's be honest, there is no shortage of in the Greater Sydney region, the Vulcan S is not the ideal machine for the task, particularly if the ride is quick. In this case, the ride was not comfortable in the slightest and was actually quite scary, and especially when I was getting unseated after every bump in the road and travelling at no slow speed. But I suppose I shouldn't criticise the bike too hard here, because after all, it's only a cruiser. In cruising it does really well, with some extra stick available when you want to give it some on the odd occasion. If I had another opportunity to ride a Vulcan S, I'd spend most of my time at a cruisy pace, feeling the wind and taking in the scenery. That's where it shines most. It could also be used as a stylish daily, and I did for much of my test. However, the larger weight, size and fuel consumption of 5.5 litres per 100 kilometres doesn't make it the most attractive option. This bike is a great option for learner riders looking for a cruiser with good performance and looks, and even if cruiser bikes aren't your thing, it's still worth swinging your leg over one. Thanks for watching guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, and for the full written review, visit BikeReview.com.au. Have a great day.